Welcome back, students, to this session of Human Resource Planning of HRD subject. Now, we have already done the live session in which we have concluded the first slides that I shall be sending you as PDF also. So, अभी तक वीडियो लेक्चर्स डाले गए हैं 8 LMS में, एक लाइव सेशन हो गया है, आज एक और वीडियो लेक्चर है, इसके बाद जब भी देखा जाएगा 3 लेक्चर के बाद नूडल्स में, उसके बाद फिर एक लाइव सेशन करेंगे. सो गो थ्रू ऑल द स्लाइड्स whatever has been given to you, right? So today we will start with the topic human resource planning concept and need, factors and also the factors, right? So let us begin with the first slide, meaning assessment of human requirement. So what does HRP mean? We all know that it talks about the requirement, time and stages of requirement of human resources. So human resource planning talks about the requirement in terms of quantity, in terms of time, that is after 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, whenever we require human resources, and or in the current time also, or the stages of requirement. Maybe 5 people are required after 1 month, 10 people are required after 6 months, or maybe 50 people are required after 8 months. So there are different stages also. So requirement in numbers, time, after what time they are supposed to be available, and then stages. At what stage, what number of people are required according to the time limit that has to be ascertained. Now, it is often said that human resource planning talks about the right person at the right place at the right time. Now, this thing you have to remember. This is the most common jargon so far human resource planning is concerned, that HRP talks about the right person, that is the person with the right skill, ability and knowledge. At the right place means he has to be placed at the right place with the right kind of designation and profile at the right time. Whenever they are needed, they should be available in time. Now, definition of HRP, again, we have already done around 5 definitions, but here is also one. As a process by which management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired. This one we have already done. That whatever be the current stage of human resource planning or the HR inventory, we have to move. Maybe we need to short down the manpower requirement, so we will retrench the people. Maybe we require more number of people, so either we will go for an external recruitment or get people from inside or move from one branch to another, whatever with that. So this definition talks about this only. Now HRP is also called manpower planning, personal planning or employment planning, right? Now, moving to the next. Just a minute. Hanji. Now the objective of HRP, to ensure optimum use of existing HR. Optimum means neither they should be idle यानी कि एक्स्ट्रा वर्कफोर्स नहीं होनी चाहिए, और neither they should be any shortcoming of human resources. So we have to ensure optimum. This I have already explained many times. Neither minimum nor maximum, neither excess nor in shortage, but the exact requirement of time, exact requirement of strength of HR at different levels should be available at all times. To forecast future requirement for HR, obviously organizations are downsizing, expanding, so accordingly the future requirement of the HR has to be ascertained. This is one of the major objective of HRP. Then to provide control measures to ensure that necessary HR available as and when required. Now by control measures we mean that HRP should get into a full-fledged plan, right? And control measures means we have to keep on monitoring whether we are having excess of human resources or shortage of human resources, so that we are able to control these things by filling in the gaps, neither excess nor shortage. So these has to be reviewed and monitored closely. So that is how we control things. Then to assess the surplus and shortage HR, downsizing, it may be downsizing, or it may be expanding, whatever. So these are the major objective for example. However, they are all interrelated with each other. They has to be ascertained. then there are further certain more HR objectives to anticipate the impact of technology on job and HR. Right? We all know that because of advanced technology, human resource requirement are shortened day by day because of the advent of the technology. In fact, our HR are trained on the latest technology only. Automation is one of the reasons why we are shedding human resources from our organization, because they are no more required. Most of the technical job is already done by the that thing. Most of the technological part is already taken up by the machines. So naturally, we don't need much of people to do jobs by the utilization of human resources. Then to determine the level of recruitment and training, of course, this is always an ongoing process. Recruitments are being done, training are being done as per the requirement of at a particular position. Then to estimate the cost of HR and housing needs of the employee. Of course, cost of HR means how to maintain. Cost entails everything from compensation to giving incentive. There is a cost to everything. If we are hiring people, we need money to be paid to them. To maintain them, we need money. So that has also to be estimated, and this is also a part of the HRP, that because finances are not limitless, they are limited. So within that limited resource, we have to adjust the HR requirement also. Now, to meet the need of expansion and diversification program, these things are all interrelated. Expansion agar hoga, so naturally we need more of people, and what quantity of people at what levels. This has to be always to be pre-planned before we actually go for expansion or diversification. Then now coming to HRP importance, future personal need, extra access staff or VRS. You see, future personal needs, we have to ascertain it, whether we are going to downsize or we are going to expand. This is all depending upon the policy of the company, and this is not a fixed thing. It may vary from company to company and the various life cycles of the company they are going through. Whether it is at a growth stage, a stagnated or a decline stage, this will definitely affect our future personal need of any organization. So if there is an extra or excess staff, so naturally, for example, VRS can be planned. And what is VRS? Voluntary retirement schemes. That before the age of 58 or 60, people may be asked to leave the organization voluntarily, and they are paid certain incentives and all. So that is your VRS. So these kind of incentive plans are devised so that the people may leave the organization, and this is how the organization sheds off the excess or extra staff. Then creating highly talented personnel upgrade. Now this is only possible through various types of upgradation programs relating to giving training on technologies, human resource training, and all kind of trainings required at different level. You see, the requirement of training to upgrade people also varies from the level of the person. For example, if there is a shop floor level worker, so naturally he need to be upgraded on certain technologies, whereas a managerial person may need different kind of human skills to upgrade. So it all depends upon the nature of the staff, whether it is a management people or the people at the lowest level or at the middle level. International strategies, of course, there is a lot of international commerce going on. So a lot of interactions with the other countries as well. We are learning their culture. They are coming to India. We are sending our people to train abroad, to America, to Europe, to Japanese company, even China. Okay. So according to the collaboration with the multinational companies, these international strategies are formed. Foundation of personal function, recruitment, selection, promotions. In international strategy, this is has a different connotation, because international placement, selection, recruitment entails a different kind of planning which has to be met out, right? Because the requirement over there is different. Then resistance to change and move anywhere, anytime. You see, within the organization, for example, organization having 10 branches throughout India or abroad including. So naturally, anybody who is placed at a comfortable position in a particular city may not like to move, let's say, from Dehradun to Bombay, because his family is here and there are other personal considerations. So now This resistance to change, this is always a challenge for the HR department, and planning also needs that we have to make available people, those who can easily move from one place to another as per the requirement of the organization. However, we have to give due cognizance to the personal requirement of the staff and people, those who are working for us, HR. But then again, the priority of the organization is of prime importance. The work has to be done. So we need to lessen the resistance so that people are, move from one place to another easily. Then increasing investment in human resources. Obviously, for when a company sends somebody on foreign assignment, it requires a lot of investment, air travel, training, putting him in particular position in that foreign country's accommodation. All things require investment. So that has to be planned as part of HRP. If there is a foreign collaboration, then these 3 points are of prime importance, that how to go for international recruitment, selection, promotion, how to move people, let's say from India to, let's say, some other country. We have to make people ready for this. Then investment, of course, which is related to financial aspects, also needs to be worked out. So these are certain points that we have done. Further, it will be continued in next lecture.